Hi everyone, I'm Jenny Reeder, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Southern California. Thank you for joining my friends and I as we share some of the fun new products that have been released in the new 2022 January through June mini catalog and are available to purchase beginning January 4th through me or your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. The suite of products I'll be sharing today are the Hey Sports Fan suite, and that is located on pages 68 and 69 of the new mini catalog. Now this suite is really fun. It's for your sports enthusiasts in your life, and it includes your biggest fan stamp set, which has 11 stamps with a variety of sentiments and images. And then you have a sports event dies set, and I'll talk more about this in a little bit. And the dies are $27 for 12 dies, and the largest die is 4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. And you can purchase both these together for a 10% savings if you want to purchase those as a bundle. The other products that are in this suite are the resin stars embellishment, and you get 4 colors: evening evergreen, night of navy, bumblebee, and poppy parade. And you get you see 2 different sizes, and you get 100 for $8. And then the fan baker's twine includes 3 rolls of poppy parade, night of navy, and evening evergreen. And those you get 3 for $7.50. And let me see. And then the designer series paper, which is actually one of my favorite parts of the whole series, the whole set. And this includes 12 sheets of 2 of each design. It's for $11.50. And let me go through all the papers right now. You can get this one. This one's evening evergreen. This one is baseballs and bats. Here is an evening evergreen with circles. And this one is very vanilla with a light night of navy stripe. And then here is another set of images that you can die cut completely. Each of these all die cut. And then here is a solid wood grain night of navy. And then this one is just the sports images, umpire's vest and the home plate, baseball, a batter's helmet, things like that. This is on night of navy. And then here is poppy parade stripes, and then we have poppy parade baseball stitching. And then here is a sunburst pattern in bumblebee and a stars pattern in bumblebee. So these are fun papers that you will just enjoy, I hope, as much as I did when we created this. Okay, so let me pull in what the dies create. And the dies, this is a sample of all the dies, and it has these tear-off tickets. It has a few of the banners. It has another ticket. It has the sashes for the banners. Number 1, you can layer the inside or leave it solid. It has a strip of tickets, a large ticket. It's a great banner. Some stars, and then these actually imitate the baseball stitching. So they just kind of impress and cut out the image, but it doesn't cut out a solid image. So there's that. It's a fun set of dies that you'll see, and the paper that coordinates with these dies is really fun. This image cuts out of this, and the tickets from the tickets. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with this paper. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to bring in the projects that I created to inspire you. So let's put this aside, and I'll bring in the cards, projects that I created. Let's set this down and make sure everything's lined up. And these first samples that I'm going to bring in, these are all samples that were inspired from the catalog samples. And that's one of the places that you can always find some really great ideas, is if you look through the catalog, and it just gives you some fun options. And so this is just a few of the cards that I created. And then let's bring in another card. This is a fun little invitation that you can create to give to somebody and personalize it. This was just from the paper that I die cut out, and you can just personalize it. It's a fun little invitation. Here's a book binding card that, see, I just used another die cut. I actually did not die cut this. I fussy cut this part out and die cut the little ticket, and used the baker's twine. So it's a fun little book binding card. And then this card, I'm going to bring in, is a little Z fold card. I thought it would be a fun way to give somebody, if you're going to a game or something, it would be a great way to tuck in some tickets, but I used one of the die cuts from the paper. And it just is a fun little Z fold. And then this card, let me put these down here. And then this card, I decided to make a slimline card that was a little bit different. And so I just took that designer series paper and I cut out part of it to make the starburst effect. I used a scallop circle die, and then I used the Sweet Symmetry, let me see what it's called, the symmetrical stems border, and then the leaves and flower punch, and I just punched those out. And this is from the Shimmer Vellum, in color Shimmer Vellum, and I used some champagne rhinestones with that. This is from the Sweet Symmetry stamp set, best day ever. And then I used the new Cloud Punch, and what I did is I punched out in Balmy Blue and Vellum, and I layered it so it kind of muted the blue a little bit. So it's just a fun little slimline card with some baker's twine right there. And then I have two more projects I'm going to bring in. Let me see. Let's put these aside here. And I'll bring this part in first. This is a scrapbook page that I made, and if I could fit it all in. I just used most of the die cuts from the designer series paper, and it's all it is designer series paper and Night of Navy background cardstock with the Bumblebee, Poppy Parade, those colors, and I just sprinkled the stars all around. It's a fun little page. And then one of the other projects I created was this fun little box that I found on Erica Serwin, the Pink Buckaroo's website. It's just a fun little triangle box. It fits, one of those Hostess cupcakes will fit right inside there, and it just is a fun little treat box that you can take treats for your sports team, and something different. Just fun, huh? It's really cute. And so let me set all these aside, and I did create one more project exclusively just for you that I hope you like. Let me bring this in and rearrange my workspace. And so this is what I created, was a little mini easel calendar, and it just sits on your desk like that. Super fun. So it's the size of the card, so it fits in an envelope, but it's just a fun little gift you can give to somebody, especially with the new year. So let me show you really quickly how I made this. All the dimensions will be in a PDF that you can get from your demonstrator. So all I took was just a half a sheet, hot dog style, of Night of Navy cardstock, and then we have, I forgot one little layer, so we're just gonna put this together like this. I did layer it on Poppy Parade, oops. I do have Stampin' Seal adhesive here, and it is pretty strong, so just layer this. I did forget the Poppy Parade layer, but you can just do this without that. And then let's use this is the stitching part of the baseball stitching. I think that's such a cute little fun. You just layer on the bottom, and then I fussy cut this little image out, and we're gonna put it up with dimensionals onto the top here. There we go. And then baker's twine. All I did was wrap it around twice and tie a bow. And I am left-handed, so I usually tie my bows upside down, just like this. Oops. And this suite is so fun. You're just gonna love it. It's great for your sports enthusiasts in your life, and it just gives a little bit of a more of a masculine feel. I know some of the cards I like to create are more girly. this, it just gives you a little bit more of a masculine feel and lots of fun. And I love the colors. Poppy Parade, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, and Bumblebee are the feature colors, and that's just the colors that were inspired me when I created these projects. And then we just are going to adhere. And these little calendars, you can download calendars on the internet. You just Google mini calendar. You can print them off, but I always get mine from Tailored Expressions. They have these cute little, calendars, and we just adhere it with Stampin' Seal right there. And I am just going to attach the stars, and let's see if we can scrape this up here. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to pull in the resin stars and put a couple more right all over. Let's use these right here. Super fun, huh? Okay, so that's the front part of it. And then what I did was I made a little easel stand. And so these dimensions will all be in your directions as well. And all I did was just put adhesive on one side. And what it does is that you're going to make an M. And then what I do is I just folded this down like this. So you have this little M, and this little lip will go right like this along the edge. And you just line it up. The fold part is lined up. And then you can take your adhesive, run this along the edge. And oops. Always does that right when you're on the camera. It doesn't want to work. So funny. Okay, and then I just, see how I just folded that up, and then I just shut my card and I press down really well. And there you have it. And what it does is it stands up, and you can, this part, I'll tuck that in there like that. And then you have it. There's your little easel calendar. It's a great little display on a desk. And I hope you like these projects. If you're seeing this video before January 21st, as part of the January through June 2022 mini catalog virtual tour by the Tour the Catalog crew, then be sure to ask your demonstrator how you can get the supply list and dimensions for this project that I created and all the other projects that were featured on the tour. I hope I've given you some inspiration on what you can do with these fun new sports themes product. If you have any questions, please contact your demonstrator. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.